Thank you, Dr. Biden. Now, before we get to Amy Poehler and Billie Jean King, and we've got a special musical performance to close us out, I want to talk about women's leadership in the military. We're proud that just a few weeks ago, General Lori Robinson was named the first ever female combatant commander. Absolutely. Now, what does that mean? As the combatant commander of the United States Northern Command, or USNORTHCOM, and of North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, she now commands more than 100,000 troops, overseeing our strategic operations throughout North America and Europe. And let me be clear, she does not hold this position because she's a woman. She holds it because she is one of our nation's foremost military leaders and experts in cybersecurity. She is truly a military leader of the future. So please join me in welcoming General Lori Robinson.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I can't even begin to tell you how absolutely honored and humbled I am to be on this stage and to be talking to you tonight and share a little bit about my peek under the tent and what I see of women in the military. I grew up in the Air Force. My dad was in the Air Force for 30 years. He flew F-4s, he flew RF-101s, he flew in Vietnam. He was a real inspiration. I think it's kind of cool, the picture to the right, that's him last year at 80. I'm the oldest of 5. That's me, the tall one. From the oldest to the youngest is 6 years. So you can only imagine, my mom and dad were very concerned about paying the bills and sending us kids to college. And so my dad said, "Hey, Lori, why don't you go to the Air Force Academy?" And I said, "Are you out of your mind? I've been doing this Air Force thing for 18 years. I think I want to go do something different." And so I went to college, and about halfway through, I realized the degree that I wanted to get, I was going to have to stay in for a 5th year, and I would have none of that. And so I joined ROTC because I was going to go in the military, I don't know, for a couple of years. And so the day came, and my dad presided over my swearing-in ceremony, the day that I swore in to be an airman, a lieutenant in the United States Air Force. On that day, on that very day, this was just one more task I had to do to get to the real world. But today, when I think about the oath and putting up the right hand, and that I solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, think about how powerful that is. Think about how amazing that is. The fact that we're pledging our allegiance not to a person or an idol or a gimmick, but to an idea, the idea of freedom, and that all people are created equal. So this spring, it has been 35 years since that day. 35 years ago, I took that oath of office. And if I sit back and I look at the changes in our military, if I look at the things that we have been able to do and change and become, it's been incredible. But there are some things that haven't changed. The United States military is a meritocracy on day one. Every person raises their right hand and says, "I solemnly swear." And then at that moment, they can pick a career and a service of their choosing. And a lieutenant is a lieutenant is a lieutenant. Starting out day one with equal pay, starting out day one with paid leave, and starting out day one with the opportunity to dream and dream about an adventure. You know, what I learned about over my 35 years is about hard work and being the very best at what it is that you're doing each and every day. When I was an instructor, the first and only female instructor at that time at the United States Air Force Fighter Weapons School, I had the greatest compliment I could ever get, and that was, if I'm on a tough mission, I want Lori to be on the radio. And for me, there was no higher compliment. As I've watched over time, I've noticed in the military it's about attitude. Be the very best and the glass half full as often as possible. It's about aptitude, being the very best you can be. And when the opportunity arises, seize it. Whether it's a new career field, whether it's a new assignment, or I don't know, maybe the law changed and your dream can actually come true. While I have the privilege of standing up in front of you today and talking about this amazing and important topic, there's a couple of other people that are just incredible. This is Jeannie. Jeannie's a fighter pilot. Jeannie is the first female fighter pilot wing commander and first female fighter pilot general officer. She's awesome. This is Kristen, Lisa, and Shea, our new Rangers. And the two on the top in the Air Force uniform, that's Michelle, and the other woman in the Army uniform, that's Diane, and they're both superintendents of their service academies, first women to do that. And Michelle Howard is the first Vice Chief of Naval Operations for the Navy and the first female 4-star in the Navy. And Carol on the right is the first ever military 3-star. Amazing, just amazing. With heroes like that, our young girls have more people to look up to each and every day. And of course, we just recently opened all of the jobs in the United States military to all members. It's incredible. It's incredible. And what's so amazing is the fact is, as the video said, it's a lot of hard work. But there's a standard. Everybody lives up that standard, and it's so important because we ask our young soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marine, Coast Guardsmen to defend this country every day. And sometimes we ask them to go fight and win our nation's wars. It's about duty, honor, country, character. It's about sacrifice. It's about understanding that you're a part of something bigger than yourself. It's about the institution. It's about family, my military family that I sit next to each and every day, executing the things that the Commander-in-Chief asks us to do, and my personal family with love, nurturing, guiding, and support. I can tell you, I would not be here today if I did not have the support of my husband and my entire family. And so, it has been 35 years since I raised my right hand. I have had an incredible career and an incredible opportunity to watch this military grow, as you could see with the women that we saw in the pictures. I have realized that I am a part of something bigger than myself, and I am completely proud to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Thank you.